Hey, what's up, guys? It's been a while, I know. I haven't posted forever, but honestly, I could give a fuck. I just wanted to start doing something different though. Ever since Tyler died, and he has we haven't played in forever since he's dead. I figured I'd do like challenge runs of video games and stuff. And the very first video game that I wanted to do was Borderlands. I don't know why Borderlands specifically, because I've been playing a lot of other games since Tyler's dead. I've been doing like Diablo and stuff like that recently, but I wanted to do Borderlands challenge run, and so for this video, it's still in the works at the moment for me, but by the time it's uploaded, whatever, it won't be. I'm going to do a no guns challenge, and what I mean by that is, I mean no shooting guns. You can't use guns to kill anybody. You can't use guns to damage anybody. All that fun shit. But I took it a step further. I'm not going to use melee damage either, except for sliding and pile drive. No grenades, um, and I won't use vehicle guns either. And there's already a point in the game, which I haven't got to yet, that I already think is going to be a problem. But we'll get to that when we get to it. Um, so the first thing that I was thinking about when doing this specific video is who would be the best for this challenge. And obviously, it's not. I don't even remember her name. I'll be honest with you. Iron Bear, whatever her name is, with the mech suit. It's not gonna be her. I'll tell you that right now. So the options are the Siren. Can't remember the name of Zane and Flack. And I ruled out the Siren because if I was to get down into battle, I don't know if she has any abilities that would help me out in the battle. If I'm like, because I can't use guns, so and I can't punch. So when I'm in fight for your life, like who would be the best option in that scenario? So it was between Zane and Flack, and initially I was thinking, well, Zane would probably be the best because he has two separate abilities. You can juggle two separate abilities at once. But I decided on Flack instead, and the reason for that is because one of his beasts has a gun, so his beast has range, and two, you can use your beast ability while you're down. Like you can hold the beast button and he'll do whatever is already selected for you. So I chose Flack for this challenge, and I think Flack was the best choice that I could have made because again, he has the most versatility when it comes to his ally helping him out. In that case, being the beast that he chooses. And I chose the one with the gun because it's the easiest and it's the most one that you can just kind of let go by itself, and if you get down with some chance, just throw a barrel at it. So yeah, I mean that's what we're gonna go ahead and do and step in. We're gonna play as Flack today. All right, you guys know how the intro works and all that fun stuff. You get off the bus, Claptrap comes walking up to you, gives you some generic bullshit, tells you he's the boss, general, whatever. Go fuck him. Ask what Flack's name is, yada yada, all this and that, and then we gotta go take out the raiders up here. But first, I gotta name my character. And obviously, what better name than Flack Me Off? There's really, honestly, no other choice. So now we're at the Shivs? Yeah, this is Shivs. Shivs Encampment is the very first place you come to. Claptrap's getting his butt sucked through a little hole, and then we're in our first little example of combat. And initially, I was like, well, should I use melee weapons, as in, like, the generic melee attack, not the slide? And I was like, no, I'm going to use just the slide for now. Because you don't get the choice to pick your beast and your ability until level 2, and obviously I'm not level 2 yet. So I'm just slide kicking these little psychos around, checking out things. I'm changing my controls here to make run L2, that way I don't have to keep on clicking R2, because I won't need L2 ever, because it's just ADSing. So I decided to change my controls to make it easier so I don't take my hands off the joysticks at any time. And then I'm just slide kicking, dodging in and out of battle. It's not that difficult off the start. I did die, I believe, twice here, and I will try to keep track of how many deaths that I have, so at the very end, whenever the video is completed, you'll see how many times I died throughout this whole entire playthrough. And what's interesting about like this playthrough is that there's obviously two difficulty options you could choose from, and I wanted to stick to normal, which is the hardest difficulty in this game. There's no like harder, it's just easy normal. So I stuck with normal because I was like, I've played Borderlands multiple times, and obviously you just saw my first death though. And this is the very first area, so you might be thinking, wow, this is gonna be a pretty tough challenge. So far it's not too bad. But yeah, my first death, you know, not super irritated about it. But again, normal difficulty throughout the whole entire run. Slide kicking throughout the whole entire run. I usually won't even pick up weapons unless I'm just selling them for things. Because it's just easier to not have a weapon in my face the whole time. And the only thing I would ever spend money on is shields anyways. I'm almost about to die again here, but I actually don't die there, and keep on battling out. But I'm going to fast forward a little bit because I don't want you guys to be super bored with the same exact stuff over and over again, just me slide kicking enemies. If anything interesting happens, I'll stop and talk about it. Alright, so now I'm walking up to the very first boss, and obviously the first boss is Shiv in this game, which is basically just a badass psycho with like a little bit of modifications. And it doesn't really go like at first I was like, man, this is gonna be easy because that did a good chunk of damage, and a slide did a good chunk of damage after whenever I hit him. You know. But then I like died like very shortly after this, and I was like, uh-oh, this is gonna be really hard if I'm losing to the very first boss. But I actually only ended up dying to him twice. He's not super difficult or anything. Like that. It's just basically running around, like trying to get a good enough distance and sliding into him. Whenever you can, jump up, slide into him. I actually kind of got him out of the arena and killed him with a barrel. This is me coming back from dying. I actually only died once. I thought I died twice, but I must be mistaken that for a different time. And I kill him pretty quickly here. I lure him outside, and I kick a barrel right into his face, and he kind of explodes, and it pretty much kills him. It takes me a while to realize that I can take him outside. I think it was after I got injured a little bit. Oh, yeah, here we go. Then I just slide kick the barrel into him, and he dies. Like, it hits him perfectly, it bounces right into him, and he's over half health, gone. Oh, ticking down still. And it's just a little bit more. And then that's first boss down. Actually super easy, without having any abilities. Nothing too crazy so far. Later, it does get a little bit more difficult with other bosses and stuff, and certain enemy types and stuff like that. But I unlock my first skill, and I choose the Rax as my main ability because it's basically like a gun that I could fire, but it's not a gun. It's, you know, the bats or whatever. And then I cannot remember the name of the animal that I choose. I'll see. The Jabber. I choose the Jabber because it's the one with the pistol, and it's just overall it's the best one. Now, when it comes to skill trees, I wanted to do the green and orange first, or green and blue, because green does a cooldown reset for my monster, and blue is pet damage increase. So, as a whole, it'd be better if I get those up, since those are gonna be my main sources of damage, besides slide kicking and ground pounding. But slide kicking and ground pounding is not very effective in big groups of enemies. So I just try to upgrade those as fast as possible, and then yeah, that's this area done. There's nothing else in this area that's really worth mentioning. I mean, there's a fight outside right after this, but it's very easy because I have my abilities now. It's a lot easier, so I'll just go ahead and skip to a more interesting part. Alright, so a little bit has passed. A little bit of in-game time. Roughly about 30 minutes, because nothing interesting happened, but I did want to say that I just met the most beautiful woman in the game. Obviously, it's Ellie. Her physique's perfect, her face is perfect. You know what I'm talking about. All the boys that play Borderlands know what I'm talking about. Moxie, hell no. Lilith, hell no. The Calypso girl, can I remember her name? Top of my head for some fucking reason. Hell no. I mean, just look at those badonkadonks, bro. You know what I'm saying? She's just built different. She's just oh. She's just built different. You know what I'm saying? It's just everybody who's played Borderlands knows what I'm saying. Oh, you know. But yeah, just Reese is all good and got him back. Now I'm just getting a car again. When it comes to cars, I said no guns. Some things I have to run over, like for a mission up here that I do later. And I also I gain like 2 experience for it, and it's only if I need to. Like, I'm not gonna run over enemies for no reason. This area that I'm actually coming up to was a little bit difficult for me. It was annoying. I think I died. Oh, I'm not even gonna say it. I think twice, 3 times. I think this might be where my first death is actually. But I died a couple times in this area, I know for sure. I'll have to keep looking so that way I can figure out how many times I did die. That way I can keep the death counter accurate, because I want to keep it as accurate as possible. Because I just want to show how many times I've died in a game that I've played probably 4 times, 5 times, a game that I know very well. But yeah, I mean, again, this area, it's difficult at first, and then, you know, it's annoying because there's a lot of debris that gets in the way, and I gotta slide into people to damage them, but it's not terrible. There's no section in the game that, so far, in my playthrough now, again, I'm probably going to regret saying this, because I already know there's a boss that I'm going to have to face. It's going to be almost impossible for me to kill without dying. But so far, no part in the game is like making me regret trying this so far. But we'll get there when we get there, I guess. So the next like major area in the story is Mouthpiece's castle club. I don't know what to call it. Stronghold, sure. And midgets in this game are super annoying. They're really tiny and they're hard to hit. I know they're called tinks, but I don't really give a fuck. I'm gonna call them midgets because that's what they were in the old games. Midgets. But midget. This area again, annoying. I died a couple times. I know the badass midget is what killed me the most in this area. Plus my fucking pet doesn't always hit shots. Like the gun, he has a gun and he's point blank sometimes and he just does not hit shots. I think the badass midget only actually killed me once, and I know I died at least twice to the boss, but we'll get to that when we get to that. But yeah, the badass midget, he was kind of like the first blockade inside. Not too crazy. The racks pretty much kill an enemy in one hit, so as long as I recharge him and let them do their thing, then I'm pretty much rocking and rolling. My pet kind of sucks dick, but out of the 3, he's the best because he's a ranger and he can help me hit flying guys, I guess. But yeah, he's not the greatest right now. Upgrades are going to be important later game, I would have to assume, just because it's not good yet now. Like, if it's not good now, then he's going to be not good later, and it's just going to get worse for me. Alright, so I made my way through the entirety of Mouthpiece's little castle church? Church, maybe? It might be a church, because there's church organ and, like, yeah, rose glass, whatever. And here's Mouthpiece. Not super difficult. Luckily, he's not resistant to corrosive or fire, so he's not super tough. His shield doesn't really stop the racks or the corrosive barrel, so he takes the same amount of damage regardless. The only problem is his speakers one-shot. Or at least get really close to one-shotting. If they hit me, I take everything but like 8 health. So if I get hit by a speaker, I'm dead. And I died a couple times to him, probably no more than 2. And I actually found a little cheat spot. It's up these stairs. I didn't know it quite yet. But you can just sit up there and like the little enemies won't bother you. He kind of gets stuck, or kind of ignores you a little bit. So I can let my things recharge while I'm over there. And obviously here's my first death. But I did indeed kill him. Not super difficult. Oh, I actually didn't die there. Look at that. Again, not super difficult. I did indeed kill him. I don't think I slid into him once. And if I did, it was for like, I don't know, like 10 damage mainly, maybe. For bosses, it's pretty much just run around the arena, dodge what you can, and use your abilities when you can. Because, again, they're big, they're mean, and it's pink. And it's just something you gotta deal with, is just running around the arena. There's already a boss that I'm not looking forward to, and we'll get to that when we get to that. I'm not at it yet. But I already know it's going to be a pain in the ass. So, yeah, I'll just skip forward till something's interesting. If nothing's interesting, then I guess that's the end of the video. But it's not. But I'll skip something that's interesting. Alright, so we're just fast forwarding a little bit here. And I just wanted to let you guys know that I renamed my pet. It's a very suitable name for him, I think. I'll let it speak for itself. I think you all get it. You know what I'm saying? I think you all understand what I was going for here. Um, yeah, that's something that's interesting, I guess. This gameplay is very boring. This game is very boring when you have no guns, because guns is what makes Borderlands fun. And if you have no guns, it's very boring. It's very just go here, do this, do that, all that fun stuff. As a side note, I didn't mention it before, but I won't be doing side missions at all, just to help speed up my process, unless I'm like underleveled for a certain area, because I might be underleveled at some points, and I don't want to be I don't want to be doing the same thing over and over and over again, just for me to get nowhere. So yeah, I mean, if it gets to the point where I need to do side missions, I will. But I probably won't point them out unless they're interesting. As of yet, I have not had to do a side mission, so yeah. I'll skip something interesting. Honestly, there's nothing really interesting. I'm just kind of cruising through this game. The only thing that's really interesting right now is the fact that, um, yeah, that's how interesting it is. I can't even fucking think of what I wanted to say. I'll just skip ahead because again, I can't think of anything interesting right now. All right, so I just fast forwarded to Promethea. Yeah, that's right. Yep, I got it. Fast forwarding Promethea after Lilith got sucked off by well, what's her name? Fuck. What's that fucking siren bitch? It doesn't matter. You understand? You know what I'm saying. If you play this game, you know what I'm talking about. And then when Claptrap got his ass sucked off by the outer space, just traveling to Promethea now. This is the area where I'm starting to run into problems, and minor problems, not too crazy. Enemies are starting to become damage resistant. There's fire brands, the psycho guys with fire, flamethrower, thingamajigs, whatever. And then there's the pyrotechnic guys. Can't remember their names. They're on the other fucking. It doesn't matter. It really does not matter. But yeah, I mean, this is what the video is. Just me slide kicking rats, and wow, it's so interesting. Look, oh, fire. Wow, woo, yeah, boy, this game's fun. This game's boring. It's so boring without guns. It's so boring. I'm not even 2 hours into it, I don't think. And it's so boring without guns. Fucking, oh man. I really wish Tyler was here, because then me and him could play games, but, he's dead, so it's just something I gotta deal with, and then it just sucks, man. It just sucks. But, I'll make it. Up here is when we meet Lorelei. Lorelai's a British fuck, so I'm not even gonna show her on screen, because British people suck. Don't forget to like, subscribe if you're British, and don't forget to comment a penis picture with emoticons if you like eating babies. I don't know, man. I'm so bored. I don't even know what to talk about. This video's boring. There's nothing to do. There's nothing to watch. It's just me slide kicking enemies and occasionally using fire bats. Like, come on. I don't know what to talk about. If Tyler was here, it'd be so much more fun. But he's dead, so me and him, ain't playing it anymore ever again. It's sad. I'm gonna have to get like those AI voice chat things just to put them in my videos. You're gonna watch all his past YouTube videos he's posted. They're all shit. And use that in my videos, I guess, because fuck, I'm so bored. But yeah, I'll just fast forward something interesting. There might not be anything interesting left in this clip that I have, and this is where I ended not too long ago. So I might have to play more, which sucks, but whatever. Let me go look. The other thing interesting was that I met Reese. Whoopee, I'm done. Now I gotta go play more. This is so fun. I'm so glad that I'm doing this. Yay! Kill me. I guess, I guess, so stupid. I don't want to do this. I want to play Diablo or something. Something else. But it's okay. I'll just play this. Yeah. I guess watch out for part 2 in a year and a half whenever I decide to re-upload, because you know me. I don't like making videos. Yeah, I guess that's it. Peace. Fuck you. Tyler, rest in hell. He's dead. So Yep.
but our body count is
Goodbye.
high.